What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about promiscuity amongst young men, right? There's a lot of young men, right? 18, 19, 20, sometimes younger, sometimes a little older, but primarily late teens, early 20s, I'd say, that are completely obsessed and focused on sex, right? And sex in terms of, it could be a masturbation thing, it could be a hookup thing, or a combination of both, right? And I say, I'm gonna state this as a fact. I think that doing, completely focusing on getting laid and in busting your nut and dating and all that, I'm not totally against it, but I think it's a waste of time if you're young to be out there just wasting your vital energy, right? Because when you're focused on getting laid, you're going out, you're approaching women, you're texting them, and then maybe on top of that you're watching porn or you're masturbating, right? So these two things culminate together to take up at least 75% of your focus, and your 75% of your focus is just on dating and sexual gratification, right? But I think that if you're young, I really believe that it's important for you to not like neglect women, of course, not like shy away from it, but I think that you could really do some great work on yourself at a young age if you just put your focus on building yourself up, right? Because again, why, some of the greats like Nikola Tesla, I think he died a virgin, right? And these guys like Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all them, right? They were great. They built these empires. They built Microsoft. They built Facebook. What the fuck did Tesla do? Did he do the light bulb? That might have been someone else. But he did something. I think the light bulb might have been Benjamin Franklin. I don't know shit. I gotta touch up on my history. But yeah, well, these guys were innovators, right? And the reason they were able to do this is because they didn't waste their youth just trying to go ejaculate, right? And it's tough as fuck because we have these raging hormones 24/7, right? And there's not a single time of the day where we're almost not horny, right? But if you can sort of just have a long-term vision and goal for yourself, then you'll be driven by that, and you'll kind of see sex as something very trivial in the moment, right? In the book, The Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he says that the devil says that the sexual energy, if you learn how to control it, it can give you motive power to all your desires. So whatever you desire to accomplish, right, if you can sort of refrain from sex, then you're gonna have the motivation to completely go all in on whatever it is that you want to accomplish, right? But anyways, back on point here. Yeah, so women, right? I'm trying to get back to that. They, if you're young, right, you probably don't have a lot of money. And you don't have a lot of money because either you're working a part-time job that doesn't pay great dividends, or you don't have a job at all because, you know, you're too young to work or whatever, right? So a lot of these guys, they're young, they're going on dates, you know, a couple times a week, and you know, they're spending a couple $100 on food or whatever a week, and over time that adds up, right? Because, you know, you're paying for your girl or whatever, you're going out to the movies and you're going to dinner, right? So if you do that every week, not only are you wasting your sexual energy during sex, right, but you're also wasting your money that you could save for important things in the future, like rent or whatever, right? So you see where I'm coming from here? Like, this is why I think it's a good idea, you know. Again, do whatever the heck you want to do. I'm not telling you to do it, but I think it's a really good idea for us to be celibate in our youth, right? And now listen, right? Don't get the notion here that I'm against women or I'm against like love or anything like that. No, I'm not. If a girl, you know, if you really like a girl, what I am against is just going out there and hooking up and doing that. You know, that's really, hey, if you want to do that, by all means, but you're not developing any connection with a girl to do anything in the future, right? At least if you're, you know, getting in a long-term relationship or whatever, you know, at least you're building a connection with the girl on like a soul level, and, you know, you guys could build something up to where maybe you get married in the future, right? But again, that's not the case for most relationships. So that's why I think it's a good idea to, you know, try to just not partake in any relationship, right? You know, it's tough at times because we get lonely, we get anxious, we get urges, we get sexual cravings. But again, right, what's more important, your future, right? You know, when you're 30 or you're 40, right? Or is it the now, you ejaculating and getting that dopamine high? So, I mean, girls aren't going anywhere, right? Girls are not going fucking anywhere. There's plenty of chicks, right? And they're gonna be there when you're 30, and they're gonna be there, or they're gonna be where, you know, they're gonna be there forever. And, you know, in my view, in my eye, right, this is kind of egotistical, but whatever. In my eye, I think there's only one chick out there that deserves me. You know, there's only one chick out there that really deserves my power. Right? And I know that she's out there, but again, it's not ideal for us to meet up at this time, right? Because again, you're building the foundation. Think of your youth as you building the foundation for your life. And how the hell are you supposed to do that when you're focused on women all the time, right? And if the chick, here's the thing, it'd be one thing if the chick was like, you know, powerful and shared good morals at a young age, but most of the girls that you're gonna come across, right, and I hate to admit it, but most of the girls that were, you know, we come across are just, they want to just have fun and have, you know, and fuck around, right? So she's not really bringing anything to the table in terms of helping you out, right? First off, you guys aren't having babies, right? So she's not raising a family for you, and you guys aren't raising children together. And she's also probably not, you know, she's a young chick. There's a good chance she's not, you know, supporting you in your career endeavor or whatever. She's not helping you. She's not being a teammate, right? She's not being a part of your life mission, right? And if it's not either of those, then why get involved, right? Again, I tell you this, that releasing your sexual energy is the most destructive thing that you can possibly do to yourself. It's worse than junk food, and it's worse than drugs and alcohol, right? Because it has that dopamine release that's greater than any of those things that I just mentioned. So I think it's good to just completely avoid giving away your your nut altogether, right? The first 2 years of I didn't bust a nut till I was 16 years old, guys. And during that time, I had a lot of energy, right? And right now, I'm trying to get back to that, because I want to lay the foundation down for my future, right? And I think it's good for you guys to take this information and use it and go about your life wisely in terms of dating, right? That's what I do, right? I look at these girls and I observe them, right? Are these chicks really, are they virtuous? Are they righteous? Are they smart? Are they intelligent? A good chunk of them are not. So, again, some people are going to say I'm a misogynist, that I hate women. No, I don't. I just dislike the fact that a lot of young guys out here are just wasting their time with chicks that just want to have fun and fuck around, right? And not be useful to them and not help them raise children or help them out in a career sense. So anyways, yeah, don't get involved if you don't care to do so, right? Again, you may there's times where I feel lonely as shit. Guys, I have 0 friends, mind you. I have 0 friends, right? And a lot of people, mainstream people, right, people that are stuck in this 3D matrix, will look at me and call me a loser, beta bitch, right? But you have to think rationally, right? Don't just think off of emotion or act off of emotion or desire, because that's what a lot of us do, right? That's what a lot of us men do. We're literally so disconnected from the spiritual, and we're so identified with the physical, right? So when we get an urge to go fuck, we go out and we approach 100 chicks, or we pull up Pornhub and we get a release. And that's just so fucking stupid, man. It's so irrational, and it destroys potential. So, again, say what you want to say. You can disagree with me, do whatever. This is just what I want to share with you guys here. So, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when I upload. If you have any video recommendations, comments, whatever, feedback, leave it down below, and I will do my best to get back to you. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.